Hello humans, and welcome to Pandora's Box Hidden Treasures with your Gen X Gamer, a series that I wanted to make to highlight the arcade games of the past that I still love playing on my Pandora's Box. Remembering and reminiscing about these treasures is half the fun of owning these boxes. So sit back, let me grab a cup of coffee, and let's talk about the arcade games that we still love today. Let's go. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello humans, and thank you for joining me in another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, smash the like button. Now, let's get ready for the show. On today's episode, Dungeons and Dragons, Shadows over Mystara. Well guys, when I think about this game, the first thing that comes to mind are chicken sandwiches. And fries, because that's at a burger joint where I first saw this game. And at first I thought it was like a new version of Golden Axe. You know, I just didn't know what I was looking at. And I don't have a real good point of reference as far as time between games, because by the time I played this, the game had been out for a while. And they had this burger joint that I always used to go to because their chicken sandwiches were just amazing, right? This, greasy burger joint and stuff that was in my hometown. And I remember playing it, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much more going here, right? Because it's Dungeons and Dragons, of course, and it has more, mechanics. You can level up. There's items. For me, I was just more about the combat at this point. At this point in my gaming life, I was just in love with brawlers and fighting games and stuff like that. And man, when it came to this game, when I saw that I could pull off some, Street Fighter-like moves and, the different types of power-ups, which when I'm playing this right now, I'm not able to do all of them because I'm not even sure how to do all the movements as far as selecting power-ups and stuff with the menu. But there was just more in this game going on, and I remember pausing. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? But I knew right away that I was instantly hooked on the game, right? Because I've always been a fan of these type of games that tell a story and have a lot of action, and action more than anything. At this point in my life, I had a couple of young kids, and I worked a lot. Story of my life, right? But yeah, I just wanted something to de-stress. Just pick up right away, and that's why I was attracted to fighters and brawlers, because I could just pick them up, play for half an hour, and then get onto my daily responsibilities, right? And I would take the kiddos and the family out to burger joints a lot of times, and that's where I would play a lot of games. But I knew right away when I saw this game that it was something different, right? It wasn't the usual. This is not Final Fight. There's more meat on the bone here. And being a fan of mythologies and stuff like that, it was right up my alley. I've always liked monsters and magic and swordsmen, Lord of the Rings type stuff. So this really, really hit home, as you can imagine, right? As you can imagine, I was going every weekend to go eat these chicken sandwiches because I wanted to get farther in the game, and unfortunately, back in these days, it's not like now, back in these days, they would change would change the machines often. There were rentals that would happen for a bit, and then they would change them. But there's just so much in this game, and if you've never played it, I suggest you look it up. There's plenty of things that you can look up here on YouTube, but the graphics, are they perfect on this Pandora? No, they're not, but for gamers my age, it's really not about the graphics all the time. They're good enough to have fun, which is the name of the game, right? Is actually having fun and playing a game that you love. And all the mechanics are there, man. Everything that I remember from the arcade is there, gameplay wise. As I'm, looking back and looking at the characters, I'm amazed, how many things come back to mind, and when I look at these games, it also takes me back to the things I was thinking then, especially as you age, your opinions change about a lot of things, you become more patient, more mature, you learn more things, and sometimes when I look back at these games and I think about the old days and what I used to think back then, and I go, oh my gosh, what an idiot. Right? And that's part of the fun, when you're by yourself. I love when this guy drops right here. But when you're playing with friends, let me tell you something about this game. This game, playing with other people, is amazing because, you can take up the role of the healer, you can be, the dwarf, you can be one of the mages, you can be a thief. I mean, everything's there, right? Everything's there. And it's there for your taking, for your liking. And there's story there, and it was just, like I said, back in the day, it was just amazed me that this game had so much to give, right? For a quarter. You had, you can choose your path in the story, you could choose the different characters, you could change on the fly. But once you started playing with other people, that was really the best, because then it would be a completely different experience for you, cooperative, and if it's two people that were playing, it's always more fun. In the Pandora box, I'm telling you, if you have a buddy, if you have a friend, if you want to play with your spouse, you're going to enjoy this game. You're going to have tons of fun, seeing the different characters, following the storyline, and just having an awesome time picking up your power-ups. You can even buy different items, and half of the fun for me is just looking at the character designs. I really, really like the style of this game overall. And if you like brawlers, and if you like fantasy games, do yourself a favor. Check this one out if you own a Pandora's box, because you will not regret it. Alright guys, that was my Pandora's treasure for today. I hope you guys like and subscribe. Keep on watching the videos, and we'll have some more of these up, because there's like 1,300 games in every box, my friends. So there's plenty of fun to be had. I will catch you on the next one, and I'll leave some gameplay at the end so you guys can have some more fun. Alright, never be afraid to be happy. Take care.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.